My beloved friends, my precious brothers and sisters in the Lord, I want to ask you a question today. A question that I have been asking myself for over 30 years as I have studied the Word of God and the ancient wisdom of our faith. Are you ready to receive the truth today? I said, are you ready to receive? Because what I am about to share with you is not just another sermon, not just another teaching. It is a revelation that has the power to transform your financial destiny forever. I want you to do something for me right now. I want you to type in the comment section these words, I am ready to receive. Type it right now as you are listening to my voice. I am ready to receive. In the spiritual realm, when you declare your readiness, you are opening a channel. You are telling heaven that you are prepared to receive what God has prepared for you since before the foundation of the world. Now, let me ask you another question. How many of you here today or watching online are working so hard but still struggling? You wake up every morning with a heavy burden on your chest. You check your bank account and your heart sinks because the numbers never seem to move in the right direction. You work long hours. You sacrifice time with your family. You do everything the world tells you to do. Yet, at the end of the month, there is more month left than money. You watch other people who seem less talented than you, less hardworking than you, somehow thriving while you are stuck. Let me tell you something today. I know exactly what you are going through because I have been there. I was 23 years old. I had finished my rabbinical studies. I could quote the Talmud from memory. I could debate the finest points of Jewish law, but I could not pay my rent. I was brilliant on paper, but I was completely broke. I remember sitting in my grandfather's study one evening. He was one of the wealthiest men in our community, and he built everything from nothing. He had nothing when he arrived in a country that did not even want him there, but he became a giant. And I finally had the courage to ask him. I said, Grandfather, I do not understand. I have studied everything. I follow the commandments. I pray 3 times a day. Why is money running from me? He looked at me for a long time without saying anything. Then he opened an ancient text and pointed to a passage. He said, read this and do not stop reading until you understand what it really means. That night changed everything for me. Within 6 months of understanding and applying what I learned, my financial situation transformed completely. I went from borrowing money for groceries to generating more income in a single month than I had made in the entire previous year. And today, I am going to share that same secret with you. But before I go further, let me tell you something. What I am about to share has been kept hidden for centuries. The ancient rabbis debated whether this should ever be taught publicly. They kept it within closed circles for generations. But I believe the world needs this right now more than ever. With inflation rising, with the cost of living crushing families everywhere, with global uncertainty reaching levels we have not seen in a long time. This truth is essential. If you are being blessed by this message, please hit that like button right now and subscribe to this channel. Every single week, I share ancient wisdom that most will not teach publicly. Teachings from the Talmud, the Kabbalah, the Zohar. Teachings that were kept behind closed doors for centuries. Don't miss out. Subscribe now and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a video. Now let me tell you the number one sin that is blocking your money. I know what you are thinking. You think it is murder. You think it is theft. You think it is idolatry. But no, my friends, the most dangerous sin, the one sin that blocks all your money, every single blessing that was destined for you, is a sin so common that you are probably committing it right now without even realizing it. Do you want to know what it is? It is envy. In Hebrew, we call it kina. And I know what you are thinking right now. That's it? Envy? I came here for something deeper than that. But that reaction, that dismissal, is exactly why this sin is so devastating. It hides in plain sight. It disguises itself as motivation, as ambition, as healthy competition. But the Torah is absolutely explicit about this. It says envy, lust, and the pursuit of honor remove a person from the world. Not diminish, not reduce, remove. Completely extract someone from the flow of life itself. Let me explain the spiritual mechanism here, because this is so important. In Kabbalistic thought, every person is born with a specific spiritual vessel. This vessel has a precise size, shape, and capacity. It is designed to receive a specific type and amount of blessing. Your vessel is unique to you. It was crafted before you were born. When you envy someone else, you are spiritually trying to claim their vessel instead of your own. But their vessel does not fit you. It was not made for you. So what happens? You abandon your own vessel, the one that was perfectly designed to receive your blessings, and you chase one that will never work for you. Meanwhile, your vessel sits empty because you walked away from it. This is why envious people always feel empty no matter how much they acquire. They could win the lottery and still feel poor. They could build an empire and still feel inadequate because they abandoned their own vessel, their own divine assignment. Listen to me carefully. The Talmud teaches in Tractate Sota that envy literally rots the bones. It does not just affect your spirit, it affects your body, your mind, your relationships, and yes, your finances. When you look at another person's success and you feel that burning in your chest, that tightness in your stomach, that voice that whispers, "Why them and not me?" You are sending a signal to the Creator. You are saying what you have given me is not enough. You are saying your distribution is unfair. You are saying, I reject my portion. And the moment you reject your portion, the channels close, not partially, completely. Most people will live their entire lives committing this sin every single day, and they will never understand why money runs from them, why opportunities vanish, why they work harder than everyone else and still end up with nothing. Now, let me tell you why conventional methods fail. First, people try to work harder. They take second jobs, they hustle around the clock, they grind until their bodies break down. But there is an ancient teaching that says a person's income is determined from year to year. The amount is set spiritually. Working harder does not change the decree. It only changes how exhausted you are when you receive what was already coming. Second, people try to save their way to wealth. They cut every expense. They live in deprivation. They squeeze every penny until it screams. But saving from a place of fear is not wisdom. It is anxiety. And anxiety is a spiritual signal that repels abundance. Third, people chase get-rich-quick schemes, crypto, day trading, gambling, lottery tickets. They want the shortcut. But there is no shortcut to lasting wealth. Every family that has built generational prosperity did it through principles, not tricks. I have spent over 30 years studying the Torah, the Talmud, the Kabbalah, and the hidden financial teachings that the ancient rabbis passed down only to their closest students. My family has been in rabbinical study for 5 generations. And I am telling you today, the ancient rabbis did not guess at these laws. They discovered them, they tested them across generations, they documented them, and they passed them down with extreme precision. I am simply the messenger, and today I am going to deliver that message directly to you. Now, I want to share with you a powerful practice that will remove this sin from your life permanently. But before I do, I need to tell you about the transformations I have witnessed when people remove this sin from their lives. I have seen single mothers go from welfare to owning rental properties within 18 months. I have seen men in their 60s who thought their financial life was over suddenly receive opportunities they never imagined possible. I have seen young entrepreneurs whose businesses were dying experience complete turnarounds within weeks. Every single one of them followed the exact method I am about to teach you. Now, if this message is speaking to you, please share this video with someone you love who is struggling financially right now. They need to hear this. The world is going through a difficult time. Families are suffering, and this ancient wisdom can be their lifeline. Share this with your friends, your family, your neighbors. Hit the share button right now. And make sure you are subscribed to this channel. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so that you don't miss any of these powerful teachings that I am sharing every single week. Let me give you the exact method to remove this sin and reopen the channels of abundance in your life. This is not casual advice. This is a serious spiritual practice that I have taught privately for decades. And I am sharing it publicly for the first time. because of what is happening in the world right now. You will need 4 things. The first is a mirror. In Kabbalistic tradition, the mirror represents self-reflection and truth. The ancient rabbis taught that a person cannot fix what they cannot see. The mirror forces you to confront yourself honestly. It strips away the masks you wear for the world and shows you who you really are at this moment. When you look in the mirror during this practice, you are not looking at your face, you are looking at your soul. The second thing you need is a glass of water. Water in Jewish mysticism represents the flow of divine blessing. Water is the most receptive substance in creation. It takes the shape of whatever contains it. It absorbs energy, intention, and prayer. The water you use should be clean, room temperature, and placed in a clear glass, not plastic, not metal. Clear glass, because transparency matters in spiritual work. The third thing you need is a small piece of paper and a pen. You are going to write something specific on this paper, and I will tell you exactly what in a moment. The act of writing in Jewish tradition is sacred. When a scribe writes a Torah scroll, every letter carries divine energy. When you write your intention with focus and clarity, you are engaging the same principle at a smaller scale. The fourth thing you need is a candle. Fire in Kabbalah represents the divine spark, the light of creation. The flame of a candle is one of the most powerful spiritual tools available to you. It transforms physical matter into light and heat, which is exactly what this practice does with envy. It transforms a destructive spiritual force into usable, positive energy. Now here is the exact procedure. Step 1, stand in front of the mirror first thing in the morning. Look directly into your own eyes. Do not look away, do not smile, do not frown. Simply look for 60 seconds. Do nothing but look into your own eyes. This is harder than it sounds. Most people cannot do it for more than 10 seconds without feeling uncomfortable. That discomfort is the sin surfacing. Let it surface. Do not fight it. Step 2, while looking into your own eyes, speak out loud every instance of envy you can identify in your life right now. Say it plainly. I envy this person because of their house. I envy that person because of their business. I envy my brother because of his marriage. I envy my neighbor because of her car. Do not hold back. Do not judge yourself. Just name them, every single one. The Talmud teaches that naming a spiritual force reduces its power over you. You cannot defeat an enemy you refuse to acknowledge. Step 3, light the candle and place it beside the mirror. The flame represents the divine light that burns away impurity. As the candle burns, take the piece of paper and write these exact words. Write, I release all envy from my heart. I accept my portion with joy. I bless everyone who has what I desire. I trust the Creator's timing and distribution. Then sign your name and write today's date. Step 4, hold the paper over the glass of water. Read the words out loud 3 times. 3 is significant in Jewish tradition. The priestly blessing is 3 verses. The patriarchs were 3. The temple had 3 sections. Repetition of 3 anchors, spiritual intention into reality. After reading 3 times, fold the paper and place it under the glass of water. Let the water sit on top of your written intention. Now, here is the most important step, and this is where most people fail. You must drink the water, all of it, in one continuous motion, if possible. As you drink, visualize the water washing through your entire body, dissolving every trace of envy, every molecule of resentment, every atom of comparison. See it flowing through your veins, through your organs, through your mind, cleansing everything. The ancient rabbis taught that water blessed with intention becomes a vessel of transformation. You are literally internalizing your commitment to release envy. Step 6, take the paper from under the glass and burn it in the candle flame. Let it burn completely. As it burns, say these words: I return this burden to the fire. I am free. What was blocking me is now transformed into light. Watch the paper turn to ash. That ash represents the death of envy's grip on your financial life. Step 7, blow out the candle with one strong breath. That breath represents your new beginning. The Talmud teaches that God breathed life into Adam with a single breath. You are symbolically receiving a new breath, a new beginning for your financial life. Now, here is what to expect. Within the first 24 hours, you will notice a shift in how you feel. It is subtle but real. You will see someone's success on social media or in real life, and instead of that familiar burn in your chest, you will feel nothing. Or better yet, you will feel genuine happiness for them. That shift, that tiny internal change, is the sign that the channels are reopening. Within 3 to 7 days, you will begin to notice tangible signs. An unexpected check in the mail, a phone call about an opportunity you did not pursue, a business idea that arrives fully formed in your mind during prayer, a debt that suddenly gets resolved. These are not coincidences. These are the first fruits of an unblocked spiritual channel. Within 30 days, if you repeat this practice every morning, your financial life will look fundamentally different. Not because magic fell from the sky, but because you removed the one obstacle that was preventing what was already yours from reaching you. Now, I must give you critical warnings. First, do not perform this practice with the intention of getting a specific amount of money. The moment you attach a number to this, you are limiting the Creator. The Talmud teaches that God's blessings often come in forms we do not expect and in quantities that exceed what we dare to imagine. Set your intention to remove envy and open your channels. Let the Creator decide what flows through. I once neglected this warning myself. Early in my practice, I performed a similar ritual, but I was fixated on a specific business deal. I wanted it so badly that I tried to force the outcome. Not only did the deal fall through, But 3 other opportunities I did not even know about also disappeared. It took me months to recover. My grandfather had to sit me down again and remind me that trying to control the Creator's blessings is itself a form of arrogance, which is a cousin of envy. Second, never perform this practice and then immediately go speak negatively about someone else's success. Evil speech will undo everything you just built in seconds. The Talmud teaches that evil speech kills 3 people: the one who speaks it, the one who listens to it, and the one spoken about. If you burn the paper and release envy, but then call your friend to gossip about how someone else does not deserve their success, you have just rebuilt the wall thicker than before. Third, do this practice for a minimum of 7 consecutive days without interruption. 7 is the number of completion in the Torah. God created the world in 7 days. The week has 7 days. The sabbatical cycle is 7 years. If you miss a day, start over from day 1. This is not punishment. This is spiritual architecture. The structure requires 7 unbroken pillars to hold. Now, let me share a deeper teaching with you. Something that connects everything I have said into a single unified understanding. The Zohar, the central text of Kabbalah, teaches that every soul comes into this world with a specific tikkun, a specific correction it must make. For many people, especially those who struggle financially their entire lives, the tikkun is directly related to envy. Their soul came here specifically to master the ability to rejoice in another person's blessing without diminishment of their own joy. When you master this, when you can genuinely celebrate someone else's success as if it were your own, you have not only corrected your soul, you have unlocked a level of abundance that most people cannot even comprehend. I drifted from these practices once about 15 years ago. I was going through a difficult period personally. My marriage was strained. My health was declining, and I stopped doing the daily work. Within 3 months, my income dropped by nearly 60%. Opportunities that had been flowing freely suddenly dried up. Students who had been coming to me for years stopped calling. It was as if someone had turned off a faucet. When I returned to the practice, when I sat in front of that mirror again and did the honest work of confronting my envy, everything began to flow again. Not overnight, but steadily, consistently, and powerfully. My beloved friends, knowing is not enough. You have to do. The people I have seen transform their financial lives were not smarter than you. They were not more connected. They were not luckier. They simply trusted the ancient wisdom and followed the instructions exactly as I have given them to you today. Right now, today, in the current state of the world, with economies shaking and markets unstable and families struggling to keep up with rising costs on everything from food to housing, these principles are not just helpful, they are essential. The Federal Reserve, central banks, governments, none of them can control the spiritual economy. None of them can decree your portion. Only the Creator does that. And when you align with His laws, when you remove the blockages that you yourself have created through envy, you become untouchable by economic circumstance. When everything around you is chaos, these principles are your anchor. I want to tell you something else. The world tells you that money is purely physical, that it is just numbers in an account, paper in a wallet, digits on a screen. That is the biggest lie in modern civilization. The Jewish people understood 3,000 years ago that money is spiritual energy first and physical matter second. Every coin that enters your life or leaves your life is governed by spiritual law. And this sin I have revealed to you today is the one that cuts off that spiritual flow completely. The ancient rabbis codified this understanding into specific actionable practices. They did not just theorize about it. They created systems, rituals, prayers, and behavioral codes designed to keep the channels of abundance permanently open. Now, I have put everything I have learned over 30 years into a complete collection. 3 complete books with all the rituals, prayers, and ancient principles that wealthy families have protected for generations. This isn't just a video, this is the beginning. If you want the complete system, the link is in the description and pinned in the first comment. These 3 books contain everything: the rituals, the prayers, the mindset shifts, the daily practices, the complete system. The link is waiting for you in the description. Every day you wait is another day stuck in the same patterns. The messages I am receiving from those who have already downloaded the collection are incredible. People paying off debt, attracting unexpected money, finally breaking the cycle of poverty. This is not theory, this is practical, proven wisdom with thousands of years of evidence behind it. Let me bring everything together for you now. First, envy is the #1 sin that blocks your financial channels, and most people commit it daily without awareness. Second, your abundance is determined spiritually before it manifests physically, and envy is the act of rejecting your divine portion. Third, the 7-day mirror practice I have given you today is a proven ancient method for removing envy at its root and reopening the flow of blessing into your life. You now have the exact method that my grandfather taught me, that his grandfather taught him, that has been passed down through generations of families who understood that wealth is not an accident, it is a spiritual science. Now, I want to speak directly to your heart. I know there are some of you watching today who are at the end of your rope. You have tried everything. You have worked so hard. You have prayed so hard. You have cried so many tears. You are wondering if God has forgotten about you. Let me tell you something with absolute certainty. God has not forgotten about you. He sees your struggle. He hears your prayers. He has prepared blessings for you that are so abundant you cannot even imagine them. But there is a wall between you and those blessings, and that wall is envy. Today, you have the keys to tear down that wall. You have the method to remove that blockage. The only question is, will you do it? You are not weak for seeking this knowledge. You are wise. You are discerning. You are the kind of person who does not accept the surface level answer, but digs deeper for the truth. The Talmud teaches that the Creator helps those who take the first step. You have taken that step by watching this video. Now take the next step by applying what you have learned. You have two choices right now. You can close this video and go back to the same patterns that have kept you stuck. The same envy, the same comparison, the same frustration, the same financial ceiling. Or you can stand in front of that mirror tomorrow morning before sunrise and begin the work that will transform your financial life permanently. The choice is yours. But I already know which one you are going to make, because the fact that you are still watching tells me everything I need to know about who you are. I want to leave you with a blessing today. May the Creator open the gates of abundance over your life and over your household. May every channel that was blocked by envy be opened permanently. May you receive your portion with joy and gratitude. May your eyes see the success of others and your heart rejoice as if it were your own. And may the prosperity that flows to you be so abundant that it overflows to everyone around you, your family, your community, your world. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are a co-creator with the divine. Use these ancient secrets wisely. Now, before you go, I want to ask you to do something for me. If this video has blessed you, subscribe to this channel right now. Every single week I share ancient wisdom that most will not teach publicly. These are teachings from the Talmud, the Kabbalah, the Zohar, teachings that were kept behind closed doors for centuries. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss a video. Leave a comment below telling me what resonated with you the most. I read every comment and I pray for everyone who reaches out. Share this video with someone you love who is struggling financially right now. They need to hear this. And hit the like button so this video reaches more people who are searching for these answers. My friends, the time for waiting is over. The time for doubting is over. The time for envying is over. Today is your day of breakthrough. Tomorrow morning, when you stand in front of that mirror, remember that you are not just looking at your face, you are looking at a child of the Creator, a vessel designed to receive blessings beyond your wildest imagination. Release the envy, accept your portion, and watch as heaven opens over your life. I am praying for you. Shalom, shalom. Peace be upon you and your household. Go in peace and walk in the abundance that is your birthright. God bless you. I will see you in the next video. Shalom.